I'm Stormy.
And it's Toby Black with Furlough Entertainment.
We're with Driven to Madness today. And I wanted you guys to introduce yourselves first, starting from Yule.
Tony Evans, I play lead guitar.
Steve Spears, drums.
Aaron Hilton, bassist.
Tommy Mitchell, vocals.
Jimmy Evans, rhythm guitar.
Okay. What inspired you guys to first play what inspired you to first play music?
I actually started out playing French horn, which I absolutely hated. I wanted to play drums, but I just wanted to be in the band, and French horn was the only thing I could play. So
Mainly.
yeah, I mean that's where it all started. Once I got the drums, it was written from there on out.
You
can't
inspired
remember
me.
that far back.
Too many brain cells ago. Probably just the music. Just listening to the music. I mean, you know, in my era, it was like Rush, that kind of drums. So that's what I wanted to do. You know, you see somebody up there like that,
PVC.
and you know, doing that kind of stuff. So that's kind of where I started from.
Aaron?
Well, my parents were like throwback hippies from the 60s, so rock was a pretty big thing in their life. So jamming out most of my life is just only natural that I go to, playing something. When the guitar was entirely too hard, drums, I got 10 fingers and stuff like that, so bass just became easy for me. Got one foot in my hand when I was about 17, and just kind of been off and running ever since.
I watched my grandparents play bluegrass and country, and my uncle, who was in a rock band. And I kind of watched them, and it was real interesting watching them, and they'd say, oh yeah, we went and played here last night, had a real big time. And that's kind of how I kind of fell into it, listening to their stories, and I said, man, I got to get in on some of that.
Yeah.
I don't know, I kind of got into it after he started playing guitar. He basically handed me a Come As You Are tab and said, this is how you read it, learn it on your own. And you know, our whole family plays music, so why not? Sounds like a fun thing to do.
You want to ask a question?
So how long have you guys been playing music together? How long has Driven to Madness been around?
Driven to Madness has been doing this for about a little over 2 years now.
Actually, man, you've been together, what, about 3?
About 3, because I
Me and
started
Aaron's
about
been playing
2.
together about 3 years, actually Driven to Madness, and then we
Yeah, came on about, what, 2 years ago?
Yeah, a couple years ago,
Something
we
like that.
started missing, musicians, and we said, hey, Steve! And so anyway, we got Steve, and then we had a couple other guitar players. They left, and we come up with Tony, and then Tony said, hey, I'm going to call my Uncle Jimmy. so we got Uncle Jimmy here.
Yeah, so
And they've been with us for
what about, I've been 4 months.
4 or 5 months now.
It's been like 8 months for me. So
What is y'all's songwriting process? Do you do lyrics first or music first?
Music.
Music?
Yeah, it's always the music so far anyway.
So far
yeah.
it's music.
It's just a
Vocals
good
always
jam
come
session.
I think the songs that we've written, though, really, I guess you've kind of come up with something, or Jimmy's come up with something, and
Yeah.
just kind of built on it from there.
just starts with a very basic idea, like, one single riff, like Blood Like Rain, for instance. That beginning riff that I played, that was the only riff I had for the song. And I showed it to these guys, and we built it to what it is today. I mean, it's just...
Trying to figure out something, then I can start writing. Otherwise, I will get lost because I am not going to know where they're going.
So what would you say is the inspiration behind a lot of your songwriting? Is there any certain thing you tend to go back to when writing, or just shoot from the hip? How does that all go?
Basically, it's frame of mind at the time. Just kind of an emotion, a feeling you get, and you just hear it, you just put it down.
There's something that's going on, usually around in your life at that time.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, definitely.
Most generally, I actually like writing whenever I'm pissed off, or something's really bugging me on my mind in a negative way. That's when I love to pick up my guitar and just hash shit out.
Thrash.
What do y'all hope fans will take with them after a Driven to Madness show?
Oh man.
God, you ever thought
You
that
pull
deep
out
about
the big
this?
guns.
I just want somebody to come back and say,
Yeah.
I like that. I want to come back and maybe remember a lyric or two. That's what I want.
Or maybe get on the MySpace page or something, listen to the songs again, or
Yeah.
Yeah.
just check it out and enjoy it. I mean, that's what.
Is there any merchandise that you guys would be selling at that show that, you know, if someone likes your music, they might want to get something to take home to remember the show?
Yeah, we got shirts.
Yeah, we got T-shirts.
We
We
got
got,
guys and girls.
got men's shirts that are black with red letters. Say "Driven to Madness" on the front, "Killing for Reason" on the back. We got some women's shirts, little wife beater shirts. Yeah, "Driven to Madness" on the front, "Freak Squad" on the back.
So I noticed that you guys have a newer addition to the band. Where'd you guys find him?
Jimmy actually came along because we were running up on our show on December 12th, our first show out, you know, and we were down a guitar player, and
I did not want to play and sing.
and
I ain't gonna lie, I did not want to do it.
I did not want to, you know, I didn't want to go out by myself because, I mean, honestly, I hadn't been out in the local scene a lot, you know, so I get up with him, and he comes over on a Sunday, and I teach him our whole set in one day. He practices with the band twice, I think, that week.
Yeah, twice.
Yeah, and then we played the show, and you know, he just kicked so much ass in such a short amount of time. You know, he was extended a more permanent offer. You know, so it really had nothing to do with the family thing, but you know,
Wow, we just couldn't find anybody else.
Hey,
Let's say, don't dress it up, man.
Yeah.
dress it up. It sounds better that way.
Right.
You just-
So what does what's the future plans for you guys? A lot of shows coming up, maybe new album in the works. What's going on in the Driven to Madness camp?
We need to be recording.
yeah.
Keep saying it. These guys won't do it, but.
We do live. We record every show live.
Yeah, we do.
every time we go somewhere, we record the show live. So
Even
if anybody wants a copy
Of
holler
that
at us.
particular show.
Of that particular show,
Probably
holler at
do
us. Be sure and yell something loud. Maybe you can hear yourself on it. You know what I mean? Cuss words if you want to. You know, we ain't gonna discriminate on words. You know, just whatever.
But I would like to see us get a recording. I mean,
Yeah.
that's kind of what
Yeah.
we want to, you know, a studio recording instead of doing it live. Although our live recordings sound pretty good, it's that live thing instead of being, you know, like an album basically.
Yeah.
So that's what I would like to see us do.
Where did the name Driven to Madness come from, and what made y'all stick with that name?
that goes back before me.
Boy, you're gonna have to go the old time
Yeah,
over there to answer
yeah,
that
no
one.
doubt.
You may remember.
Yeah. We thought about me and Aaron and a couple more guys. We were sitting there thinking, man, what the hell are we gonna call ourselves? And where we was practicing, it was a madhouse. When you got a bunch of bipolar folks and a bunch of other folks eating pills and stuff, and then you got, it was crazy.
Don't forget all the crackheads upstairs.
And the crackheads upstairs. Oh yes, it was awful. So that's where Driven to Madness come from, because it would drive you plumb mad practicing where we did. It was crazy. It was ridiculous.
Where do you guys see Driven to Madness in the next year or two? Where would you hope to see Driven to Madness in the next year or two?
Oh man.
Boy, that's a good question. Making us think.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's what I'm supposed to do. That's my job.
Yeah, I mean, you know, playing shows, still writing music, you know, the things we have here seem pretty functional, you know, so I'm hoping things, you know, last for a while, but just keep doing what we're doing, you know, playing shows, writing new music, you know, same old, same old.
Anybody that has seen the show knows that you play a kit of a different nature, let's say. Where did the idea to construct such a phenomenon come from?
It's the nicest thing I've ever heard it be called.
That's a good name for a phenomenon. I wanted to play electric drums. Most of the kits, I think, when I started doing that stuff, were so expensive, I didn't have the money to put into it at the time. And so I came up with, well, how do you do one? How do you build one? How could you do one? And a buddy of mine, actually my brother-in-law, is a plumber. And so he had, I started looking at the pipe and stuff, so you could probably make a trigger out of that. So that's how it started.
Me, and I'm sure my associate has enjoyed talking to y'all. And again, I'm Stormy.
And I'm Toby Black, and this is Furlough Entertainment. And just remember, if it ain't metal, it ain't shit.